What's going on, everybody? Man, I am hyped for this one. I'm hyped for this one, man. Thanks a lot, Punk. We'll see who's all in the chat. Saltiest Gaming, thank you so much for buying the shirt. Appreciate you. Super Andrew, Rufus, Punk Kiddish, Oak City, Meme Master Courtney, Ed in the chat. Appreciate y'all, man. It was a good day. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Jake and Bacon, what's going on? Salty says, I bought your shirt. Everybody else should too. I agree with that. Everybody check in the description box. We got a link to the merch. Check out the merch, all that good stuff. My band was the first band to be played, Ed, and then my buddies New Lingo, they were the second band to be played. But either way, I appreciate y'all. Let me turn this music down. Let me know if stuff sounds good, levels sound good, all that stuff. If my voice sounds good, let me know if my voice sounds good. So either way, so how was everybody's day, man? Like we had some news come out, and so today I was just I took the day off work and was just adjusting to trying to get some things going for this, and it was fun. It was fun. It sounds bad, but that's your voice. Thanks, Salt. Rufus, that sounds good. Is the view counter in the bottom Streamlabs from the bottom left? Yes, that is from Streamlabs. This is from Streamlabs OBS, all integrated. Streamlabs OBS is the truth. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But either way, like I said, we had some good news today. We got a lot of topics today. I mean, a lot. We got a lot of quick hitters, and then also we have the big show with, like it says right here, Fortnite is as addictive as heroin. We'll talk about that one, and then Shenmue 1 and 2 possibly coming to the Switch. But let's go ahead and get into the quick hitters. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and talk about this one right here. So apparently this one, thanks to Ed in the Discord, he posted this one not too long ago in the Discord, and pretty much talking about how a company in Vancouver called Liquid Media acquires rights to 65 classic video game titles, opening door to revivals of these titles. I mean, some of these titles are such as Bust a Move, Bubble Bobble Quirk, NBA Jam. Like, they're out here buying old franchises, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but all these like, these companies are buying all these older franchises for whatever reason, and nobody knows. Like, you know, THQ Nordic is out here buying a bunch of these, but THQ is a gaming company. But some of these companies are buying like older titles, and what I think is are they going to just revive them? Some of these companies said that they're going to just pretty much remaster them and put these games out on different other consoles. They're going to work with the actual companies that own them, because I mean, they got the rights to them, but yeah, they can't publish them. They just own the rights to them, so they're going to work with the companies who put these games out. I just find it weird. They're buying all these old franchises. NBA Jam, I wish it would come back. When EA put it out, it was a hit, and then EA went ahead and decided that they're going to make it an arcade game on Xbox and PlayStation instead of an actual next release. I think if they would have just kept releasing it, it would have been good, but they didn't do that. So we'll see what happens. But NBA Jam was that game, that's for sure. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, these companies are out here buying old franchises. Who knows what's going to happen to them? So in the next bit of the quick hitter news, in the United States, Amazon seems to be canceling some Daemon X Machina pre-orders. The homie Avedon, I know he's not in here, but the homie Avedon, I know for a fact he's had issues with specifically Nintendo pre-orders with Amazon. It seems to be that this trend keeps going, and the game's not even out yet. The game doesn't even come out till next year, and they're already canceling people's pre-orders, saying that there's not enough availability, but the game's not out yet. So whatever Amazon's got going on with Nintendo, they have this issue. They had issues with Octopath Traveler, they had issues with Xenoblade. I mean, they have issues with these Nintendo releases for whatever reason. So if you're out there and you're pre-ordering your games on Daemon Machina X, well, just be on the lookout, or any Nintendo games from Amazon, period. Just be on the lookout, because your pre-order could be getting canceled. Next on the list, if I could get my thing here. All right, so next on the list, Nintendo Japan retailer says Nintendo Switch online prepaid cards selling well. They're selling a lot of 3-month and 12-month cards in Japan. Didn't give the exact number, but they were saying that they've already sold out, and Switch has only been out for like what, the NSO has been out for about a week, already sold out. So we talked about this on the Saltiest Gaming podcast. We talked about this on the channel where it said 5 million people have downloaded the app, so we can assume that 20% of Nintendo Switch's player base has Nintendo Switch Online. This just goes ahead and confirms that there are people out here just buying pre-order cards. I feel like it's 2007 again, because I remember whenever I had Xbox Live, all I did was like buy the Xbox Live cards. I never had my Xbox Live attached to my credit card or anything. All I did was go and buy pre-order cards. So it just feels like 2007 again with this news, because I did that a whole lot. Good days back in 2007. Next on the list of quick hitters, once again, if I can get this thing to load up. Thank you so much. The game Digimon Survive. Dev goes ahead and tells us that this game is going to have a sort of your choices matter aspect. I don't know what you would call that, but like much like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, games like that, which, by the way, Mass Effect is one of my favorite games ever. They're going to have choices matter in this game, so you got to watch what you do. You got to watch how your choices are. Your choices could end up with certain Digimon dying, certain characters dying, and of course your choices also affect the ending. Now for me, for a Digimon game, that gets me hype. That gets me real hype, because I absolutely, oh my goodness, I love games like this. I love games like this. Mass Effect and Dragon Age are huge on my list. So if they implement this into a Digimon game, sign me up. Sign me up. Ryoko, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you for stopping by. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. France, Amazon cut out Switches too. Ooh, man. I don't pre-order. I don't either, especially from Amazon. Ryoko says, you were smart. I spent far too much money on the Xbox Live Arcade. I don't either, but sometimes there's some pre-order sales. I was able to get Pokemon Let's Go for $30 off at Walmart. Digimon Taxes, it sounds like, yes, it does. It does. So moving on to the next quick hitter, Bungie's next project is going to be called Matter. I got a thing right here for y'all. This is what it looks like so far. So Bungie, if you don't know who Bungie is, which everybody should know who Bungie is, they made Halo. They started Halo, now 343 does it, and now their big project right now is Destiny. And so right now, apparently they've already filed a trademark for something called Matter. And they claim it is a computer game software. And apparently with the way they're filing things, and the way they're filing distribution, all this stuff, people are now thinking that this is going to be sort of maybe an RTS or a MOBA game. They're really, because they're really sort of trying to, the way they're marketing this thing and doing this, they're trying to get into like the Blizzard market. So games like WoW, StarCraft, Overwatch, some of your MOBAs there, Dotas, stuff like that. So apparently Bungie's next project is going to be somewhere in there, which I find interesting. I find very interesting. I don't think it's Destiny 3, bro. It's just, they find it interesting. So I will be paying attention to this because I'm a big MOBA guy. I do like that. If it's a MOBA, I will be paying attention. If it's an RTS, hard pass for sure. Let's see here. Next bit of news. My computer keeps locking up. So, in another bit of quick hitter news, Monolith Soft says Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Torna Golden Country have exceeded the company's expectations. They are now done with pretty much production of the game at this point. They're done with the DLC. They're done with Xenoblade. So now that they're moving on to bigger and better things, but they said the sales for Xenoblade 2 has far exceeded their expectations. And I want to kind of link this to Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo Switch has far exceeded everybody's expectations, right? Like the Nintendo Switch was out here breaking records and killing it in their market, in their handheld market, whatever. And so now, every game on the Switch is now doing well. Every first party game on the Switch is killing it. So let's just go ahead and chalk this up to Xenoblade Chronicles 2 doing well because of the Nintendo Switch, which means, we're probably gonna get more from Monolith. Let's hope for Batten Kaitos 3. That's what we need to be hoping for. And last in the quick hitter news, Nintendo VR. Somebody made a headset for the Nintendo Switch that'll help you with a quote unquote VR experience. It looks like you're going to detach the Joy-Cons here You're going to detach your Joy-Cons. You're going to slide this thing in front of your face and sort of give you more of a virtual reality experience, similar to the Oculus Rift. I'm not 100% sure that I like this. I'm not a big fan of VR. Never really tried VR, but regardless, it just sounds kind of meh. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know if you guys are interested in something like this. I'm definitely not. That's the best way to put it. The best way to put it is I'm definitely not. You know what I mean? So there you go. VR headset. All the links to these sources are in the description box. You can click on those. Click on there if you really want to just look into that one. Fake Mate says Nintendo better not become a copycat company. Ryoko says I'd taken Bat and Kaidos over a new Xenoblade game. I didn't feel Xenoblade 2 at all. Super Andrew says I don't understand why Nintendo hasn't implemented VR yet for the Switch. It's the perfect console for it all. I don't know if it's the perfect console. It's perfect in some aspects, but I think that, yeah, Edward says Nintendo trying to copy HTC and Facebook. I think that the Switch, there's some aspects there for it to be in VR, but I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't think it's the perfect one. I think VR needs to stay in PC. I think that experience on PC and sometimes PlayStation will be better just because of the power of those machines and whatnot, and the power of the hardware. So there you go. 100,000 subscribers says Nicktendo, why did you betray me yesterday? I didn't betray you, bro. It was a fair game. It was a fair game. Fair game. So either way, there you go. I'd rather they made a new game. Though. Like Soma Ringer on the DS was amazing, and it's stupid that we never got it outside of Japan. Master Sony did a good job with PSVR at least. And Stitch says, whoops, had the video open in another tab and it just never started. It's all good. It's all good, Stitch. It's all good. So let me just remind everybody before we get into the big show. Let me just remind everybody that there are links and ways to support the channel there in the description box. We have a merch store. You can join the Discord, the official Discord, and hang out with the community. Patreon, Streamlabs, all that stuff. Follow me on Twitter. All those links are there for y'all. Check out. Would appreciate any support whatsoever. Let's go ahead and get into the big show. Oh yes, so there you guys go. Big show. See, I was telling you I'm working on these transitions from time to time. I'm gonna have more and more segments like this. So let's go ahead and go into the big show. So Sony is not hosting a PlayStation experience this year. They are quoting saying that this is a cost-saving move. It's not related to the PlayStation 5 reveal as people have rumored. So they're not holding their annual event. And just decided that, hey, guess what? It's not worth the benefits this year. Not too much is going on. We're not going to go ahead and do it. So there you go. Yeah, these Windows notifications are killing me. I need to know how to mute these things. Like I said, I'm new to this thing. So these windows are like whoop, going off. So either way, Sony's not holding PSX. Microsoft's doing XO. They're bringing that back. I'm pretty sure these aren't related, but regardless, PSX not happening this year. They decided it wasn't worth it. So next in the big show, and I want to talk with you guys about this one. The game Rocket League, everybody, it's a big game. I know that there's some kids out there that love Rocket League. Not a big fan of Rocket League, but I know that it's a huge game. So apparently Rocket League right now, they are making crossplay across all platforms, whether it's Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, everything. They're trying to make it across the board crossplay. That is their priority right now. They said crossplay across all consoles is a subject that is near and dear to my heart. Hage Wood wrote, it's been my passion since the inception of Rocket League, and I have constantly encouraged my team that we not only have the opportunity but the obligation to be pioneers in bringing gamers together regardless of platforms. Games may come and go, but it's not often that you have the ability to be a part of a real step forward in online gaming. He continued to say that they built Rocket League for cross-platform gaming. So they right now are focusing on that. They say it's going to take some time. I'm just trying to think like how much time is it going to take, because Fortnite's done it quick. Fortnite did it quick, and so I'm just wondering like what it really takes. I'm not much into the gaming developer, or I don't know anything about servers or anything like that. I just play games, so I would be able to tell you like, well, they got to do this and this and that and this and that. Won't be able to tell you, but apparently Rocket League is making a priority across all platforms. So whether you have Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, whatever, we're gonna be able to crossplay together. I think it's big, and I might be more likely to try to play Rocket League. I have it on Xbox and I have it on the Switch. Me and Ed played it a few times. I'm looking for a squad to play with because I'm not very good at the game. Let's just put it that way. I'm just trash at the game. Let's see here. Rocket League is the best. Yes, yes, yes. Super Andrew says Rocket League is awesome. Punk Kiddish says, Rygo says, turns on PC on. Please wait while your computer updates. PC shuts down. Please don't power off. We are updating. Time remaining 12 hours. 100 subs. Like I said, you got to be part of the giveaway. I might be able to help you out, but man, don't be begging in the chat, man. Don't be begging in the chat. Let's see here. I have it on Xbox, never bought it on Switch. I love Rocket League. Stitch says, Jake says, I'm down to play whenever. Super Andrew 4 says, I'm down to be in the squad. We can squad up, y'all. We can squad up, that's for sure. 100%. So, next bit in the big show is Shenmue 1 and 2 Remaster was released on PS4, Xbox, and PC. Was it a month ago, 2 months ago? It was a pretty decent big deal. The Dreamcast RPG, beloved Dreamcast RPG, people were excited for this one, and now that let's see here, who is he? I can't even pronounce this. Hiroji, I'm not gonna even pronounce his last name, mentioned that the reception among fans to the recent release of the Dreamcast Classics has been very good, and that being able to play the game on the go on the Nintendo's hybrid platform is an attractive prospect. He's saying that fans have really shown their love and they want to bring it to the Switch. They want to go through all this stuff. So if you want this game on the Switch, fans, let them know. Let them know that you want this localized. There's another, another game they need to localize? Phantasy Star Online 2. That's another game they need to go ahead and localize, for the Switch. But regardless, I think Shenmue is a great fit for the Nintendo Switch. I really do. I really think it is a great fit for the Nintendo Switch. This needs to happen, and I mean, we've heard this, and this is what kills me. Like these developers and companies are like, yeah, we'd love to bring the game to the Switch. Let us know, fans. Let us know, fans, and the fans let them know, and then they end up not bringing it to the Switch. I hope this isn't one of those cases where they're just like saying it and they're not going to do it, because I really think Shenmue would be a great addition to the Switch. And yes, that's another quote-unquote port for the Switch, and it's another quote-unquote old game for the Switch, but nostalgia is one heck of a drug. People love it. What y'all saying in the chat here? You can get your ass whooped in Rocket League and still have a blast. Yeah, Fake May says lies. I agree with Fake May. I'm not 100% sure on that one. We need Dreamcast chat rooms because the Nintendo Switch has no apps and we are just desperate at this point. Chips, what's going on, my dude? And Super Andrew says, I've never played a Shenmue, but I really want excuse me, but I really want to, and I probably will get it if it comes out in the Switch. That was a little bit of a jumble, my bad. But regardless, yes, I'll probably get it too. Definitely will. I absolutely love it. So moving on to this is the big hitter, the big show. This is it. This is the one I wanted to talk about. This is the one that really irks me a little bit. And look at me getting all sort of serious, but not really. What's going on, Monkey Punch? Appreciate you for stopping by, bro. So the headline here is this: Fortnite is as addictive as heroin, according to health experts. And the article starts by saying, Epic Games recently revealed that in August alone, 80 million players had played on Fortnite. The game is really popular. The game is so popular that it made itself onto Saturday Night Live this weekend when Adam Driver was back on as a guest on Saturday Night Live. They had a skit about Fortnite. On Saturday Night Live, people. So now Fortnite is just like, the popularity is just up through the roof. It's all the way up at this point, all the way up. And so Fortnite's out here being addictive. Why? It's free. It's free to play. You don't have to pay for it. The battle pass is there, all this stuff, and apparently, you know, people are now done studies, and it's so addicting. Remember that I said, what was it, about a few weeks ago, Fortnite was out here causing divorces, and people were citing Fortnite as a problem in their marriages, in their petitions for divorce. And right now, according to the experts, the video game can get in the way of your child's brain development. And we talked about this again last week again. And I'm really passionate about this because that story of that 13-year-old who literally assaulted his mother because she took away his PlayStation so he couldn't play Fortnite. This kid assaulted his mom. And I really said, and what I say, Stitch, remember Stitch? I said, beat the child. I said that really loud, and y'all just laughed at me and all that stuff and said, hey, I shouldn't have said beat the child, but y'all made fun of me. But regardless, look, Punk, I agree, quote unquote experts, but there is something to this, right? There is something to this that as a child, your brain gets developed, right? Your brain gets developed a certain way growing up. And right now they're saying Fortnite has an effect to kids as much as Fortnite releases dopamines in the child's brain, much like when you do heroin, it releases dopamines in your brain, and it causes your brain to have withdrawals and have a sort of addiction to it, like an addiction to it, like you would heroin for children. And that's my thing right here. This right, and you know what, Punk, I agree. It's not Fortnite, but video games in general. But a game as popular as Fortnite, the way it's designed to play, you keep playing the game stuff, you keep playing to get stuff. It's all free, battle pass, all that stuff. Like, it's all there. And here's my deal, man. Like, I don't like this topic because it's coming into a medium that I love. Like, I love video games. We all love video games in the chat. Like, we all love video games in the chat. We play it, we're passionate about it, all that stuff. And I hate that like this news keeps coming into our medium. Right? But we can't like deny it at this point. Like, video games are becoming more and more of an addiction. People are studying these things to find out what is wrong with them. I know Battle Pass is not free, Monkey Punch. I'm just making a point that you earn things in the game, causing you to want to keep coming back. Regardless, like, I lost my train of thought, Monkey Punch. Thanks. But regardless, like, we love this medium, and I've always wanted to just push back and deny, like, gaming addiction is not a thing. But when people start studying these things, when people start studying how these things work in brains of kids younger than me, I'm an adult. I can go ahead and admit, yeah, there's some things I'm addicted to. There's some games that I cannot put down. But as I'm getting older, my brain's developed, I can start putting things down more and more. Plus, I have responsibilities. Plus, I have a job, kids, yada yada, all that stuff. So I can't be in video games, all day. But to these younger kids, like, it's starting to develop an addiction in these younger generations of kids. Video games are more prominent. You can get your hands on any game that you want at this point. Whether it's Switch, you can play it on the go. Whether it's your cell phone, you can play games there. Whether it's your Xbox, gaming is huge. It's a big thing. And I guess the point being is, if we as gamers, if we want to be taken serious, like, we're gonna have to start admitting, like, we didn't even have what kids exactly. We didn't have none of that. It was Super Nintendo, put the cartridge in, play it, turn it on, turn it off, go outside. That was it. There was no social aspect to it. Now there's a social aspect to it. Now there's multiplayer. Shenmue is you missed that news, Monkey Punch. Shenmue, the developers, they all say that they want to bring it to the Switch. So it's possibly going to happen. They haven't confirmed it yet, but they're talking about it. And so normally when people talk about these things, it's like 50-50. But either way, like, Punkish, yeah, we need to, as older individuals, like, kind of like take the head on this as a gaming community. Like, it's no longer, hey, stop trying to pick on our genre, stop trying to pick on our medium. Like, when people are starting to figure out that this is more and more and more of a thing, and it's bad for children's health, and it's shaping their brains, we need to get ahead of this as a gaming community. We need to get ahead of it as a gaming community. And that's just me. I'm passionate about this one. I have three kids all young. I have seen how they have reacted when I take their video games away. And yes, they're little kids and they're just throwing fits, but at the same time, you can see it in their brain. So I am very passionate about this, from experiences in my own house or experiences in the community. Like, it is up to us as a gaming community to get ahead on this. Whether that's, you know, letting these companies know, look, you all need to chill on this, or we need to make the awareness for these kids more and more and more, because some younger kids just don't know. I don't know, because we know that we are all content creators here on YouTube, and most of the audience on YouTube are now younger kids. It would be nice to just create some sort of awareness for this, right? It's something that, as of recently, I'm passionate about, because I don't like it when something like this stains our passion like this, dude. I just don't like it. It really kills me. So let's see here. Raiko says, I sink about 300 hours into Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. So there's definitely games that could hook you back in the day just as much or as badly now. Fake Mate says, what did you say? Addiction is a serious topic. I like playing Fortnite, but those skins are addicting to kids, Nick, and $25 a skin at Epic is doing something right. Tiff says, I have an idea. The game should detect when people are going over a certain limit and not work. The game could allow me to put in 50 hours total for a week, and if I try to go over, it doesn't let me. That would be great. That's actually a good idea. The gamer system rather would have to use the eternal clock to keep track of how long someone's been on their system. Skins do nothing. The skill set is addicting to get. Half the time I say I hate Fortnite as much as I say I like it. Right. But like, I don't know. It just irks me, man. Do video games create sociopaths? Just a thought. I don't know, but video games, I mean, me being on YouTube for about a year and a half, or not a year and a half, a little over a year now, like, I've met some people in the community. I met some kids in the community that, man, they say some crazy stuff. Mega Rock, what's going on, man? What's going on? Nah, man, don't worry about what to say. I'm just saying, like, you know, there is just, we gotta be aware of it. We have to be aware of it. Like, there are games out there that are addicting to kids as they grow up. And I think, honestly, as a community, I'm going to say one more time, we need to get ahead of it, sort of create some sort of awareness out there. That way, we need to police ourselves. I don't need Donald Trump. I don't need no health person. I don't need nobody. I don't need any politician coming in and saying video games are addictive. We need to do something about that. I want that out. I hate that, and that's what I'm trying to say. We police ourselves. Don't let any outside source do it. We need to take care of it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. So anyway, that's it for the big show. Anybody have anything they want to add? Anything they want to ask? Go ahead. We got a few more minutes before we have to end this thing. So any questions, any statements, the floor is open for you guys. And I will say this one more time. Check out the links to support the channel and the community. Discord, especially, hop in there, be a part of that 100%. Also, check out the merch store, Patreon, nations, all that stuff. But the one thing I really do want you guys to do is join the Discord. Courtney says, serious question. What's a serious question? What we got? What's the best Kool-Aid flavor? Watermelon or strawberry kiwi. Those are the best. The Fake Mate says, do video games create introverts? I think they possibly can. I really think they possibly can. You know, why do you need it? Why, when you're a younger kid and you're getting bullied in school, or you don't like to go to school, you find this really prominent in introverts. And maybe I talked about this with a specific friend. I'm not going to drop any names, but you find this prominent in introverts and kids on the autism spectrum, whether it's very low, very high functioning, like, you know, Asperger's, or very high functioning. Like, you find it in that way a lot. My little brother, I'll just say that my little brother has Asperger's. He absolutely loves video games. That's all he does is play video games. He's not very sociable, right? I don't know if video gaming is creating introverts. I think it could be, but the video game world is a good out for kids like that, and it's a good thing. It's a great thing. I love it. But why would you need to go outside? Why would you need to go have a social life when you can just play video games and talk to your friends on the internet? I mean, think about it. When you're that much younger, like, why do I need to go out and play football? Why do I need to go out and play soccer? Why do I need to go out and play basketball? Why do I need to go out and hurt myself and do all this stuff and ride bikes when I can just hang out with people online playing video games? That's how these kids think. So is it creating introverts? Maybe. But like I said, we just didn't grow up on this, man. We didn't grow up on this. So it's crazy. What's going on, Sebastian? Thanks for stopping by. Fake Mate says communication is better face to face. I agree with you. Fake Mate. 100%. Communication is better face to face. But like I said, you got to understand, growing up, these younger kids don't have that. My little brother, like I said, once again, he would much rather talk to people online than talk to people face to face. According to my communications professor, I agree. Communication is better face to face. That face to face one-on communication, actually having the experience of seeing somebody, it's all there. All there. I just find it exhausting to be around other people for so long. Oh, no, Stitch, don't get me wrong. I get that too. But I'm not afraid to walk up to somebody, shake their hand, say what's up, and have a conversation face to face. I'm not going to be around them for 24 hours. You know, most of my experiences, I go 8 hours to work. I may hang out with somebody else outside of work for an hour and a half. I'm back at home. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying we're going to spend hours with people, but, you know, there you go. I find in person, especially in groups, it's easy to get ignored, cut off, which is why I like text. I mean, that is too. But once again, you got to think about all these factors, though. Like, it's weird in the social climate. It really is. Like, people like who they want to like, they hang out with who they like. It's hard to make new friends. I understand that. I really do. It's hard out there in these streets. It's hard out here for a pimp, you know? So I get it. And that's what I'm saying. Do I think video games creates introverts, to answer Real Mate's question or Fake Mate's question? Possibly. But I think it's more so an out and more so therapy and more appealing to people who would be introverts or people like that. So I don't know. It's kind of 50-50, really. It'd be like that sometimes, man. Your hand movement and facial expressions are important for communication. Exactly, which is why I always do this. Which is why I always move my hands and I'm always stuffing. All that stuff. That's why I'm crazy like that. You guys get my point, how passionate I'm about things. I would say it's more so on society that makes introverts. I mean, yes. I agree with that, Chips. I feel that's more based on human interaction. Yes, Chips, I can agree with that. And like I said, video games creates a better sort of it creates a more comfortable social construct for the people that are introverts. Oaksy's got to roll. This has been awesome, man. Like normal, keep the bass up or low. We will do that. Oak City. Thank you so much for stopping by. And so does anybody else have any more questions before we get out of here? Once again, check out the links to support the channel. Join the Discord if you haven't already. It's fun to hang out and talk to you guys in the Discord, all that stuff. Would it be video games or the internet on general? Probably just the internet, bro. Probably just the internet. It's really easy to be popular on the internet. It's really easy to type things on. It's really easy to be on Facebook and type stuff and have everybody like your pictures and stuff, or Instagram, and feel like you have value there when you really don't. You know, that's just the way of the world. It's easy to tweet out and get all these likes on your tweet and retweet and feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? So yes, it could be just an internet thing in general, not just video games. That's for sure. Either way, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. This one has been fun. Great discussions. Love all y'all. Last year, I tried actual Szechuan sauce that wasn't from McDonald's. Was it good? Oh, man. So, you know, like I said, if you don't do anything, if you don't buy merch, if you don't donate, if you don't become a Patreon, do one thing for me. That is join the Discord. That is the one thing I wish for all of y'all to do. Join the Discord. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and just link y'all with the Discord right here in the chat, so you cannot say, hey, I didn't see it. Join the Discord. Thank you guys so much. We gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go do some stuff with my family, all that stuff, and I might be on a little bit later. But who knows? Either way, appreciate y'all. Y'all been great. We out this thing.